Thank you so much for having me.
Are you enjoying Montreal so far?
A lot, yeah. I'm very in love with Montreal.
Yeah.
I love it.
So when did music start for you? You know, was there music in your childhood? Was your family musical?
Yes. Well, I mean, there's no musician, but my brother plays the guitar, and I remember when I was 7, I took his guitar and I played in my bathroom, and it was a necessity since I was a kid. I need to play piano, to play the guitar, to listen to the music. So it was something like I felt really into it, you know.
And do you have a happiest childhood musical memory?
Wow. Yes, I remember the party of one of my father's party because they love to play flamenco, and I remember all of that kind of dances and guitar players and flamenco atmosphere,
Yeah.
and it was something that I really keep into my mind and soul and everything.
And can you dance flamenco?
No.
No?
No, I
I don't
don't.
believe it.
I can sing flamenco a little bit.
Yeah.
Or play the flamenco style with the guitar, but not dancing.
Okay, well next time you come to Montreal, we will take lessons together, and that'll be a good, I think that's a good piece of footage. Tell me a bit about Restaurante Jardín in Malaga.
Wow, it was the first place where I sang. There was a flamenco family playing songs, and suddenly I felt the necessity to play the guitar and play the piano and play everything. And I remember that I told the singer if I could play something, and I was, I think, 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I played my first song called Malva. I think it was a song about a dress, my mother's dress. So you could imagine how sense that kind of song. You know, when you are nonsense song.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all my
Because
songs.
okay. Because when you are 13, that you couldn't talk about love. It's something strange. I mean, well, and I sang in that restaurant, and it was something that I always remember very near.
You just kind of finished your first major North American tour. It was kind of huge. What do you think the major differences between your audiences back home and your audiences here?
Here in Montreal?
Here in North America, on the whole tour.
Well, this is the first time here, so I don't know yet. But I think that music doesn't have limits, and music talks about emotion and feelings. So I just hope that people will enjoy with me the music, and that's all.
The newest album is Terral. It's your third #1 album in Spain. It's gone 8 times platinum. It's #1 on the U.S. Latin charts. You're nominated for a Grammy alongside your friend Ricky Martin. Terral, for as much as I could find, for the meaning in English, which is hard to define, is kind of a wind that kind of goes warm in the night. So tell me a bit about what that has to do with your album as a whole.
Well, first of all, the name, I needed something with a lot of roots. That's why I choose that name for the album, because Terral is a very typical Malaga wind. I'm from Malaga, south of Spain. And in that album you can find a very organic music, and productions. And because my first albums were really symphonic and with a lot of production and a lot of instruments, and in Terral I needed to get naked everything and musically.
Yeah. It's okay if you recorded the whole album naked. It's totally fine. I guarantee that you'll sell more records that way. I promise. Yeah,
we don't know, maybe. And and that's why I call Terral.
So you kind of, speaking of the nudity, you recorded this album a little bit differently than you had your past albums. In fact, you kind of lived in the same space that you recorded. So tell me a bit about the whole process of recording this album.
Well, first of all, I found a very cool producer called Eric Ross, who produced Maroon 5, Sarah Bareilles, and
Gavin DeGraw,
and he's amazing. He's amazing, and he makes me feel free in the studio. And I really feel that everything was possible, you know, and I produce with him, so you know there was no limits.
And you played a lot of the instrumentation on the album this time, where you didn't before. What was the reason that you didn't want to play it yourself before? I mean, you write it yourself, right? You play it yourself, you write it. Why not want to play it on the album?
But maybe I didn't feel comfortable or confident with that. I don't know. Maybe I think the now I'm with the right team. You know, maybe it was for that. I don't know.
This song, and pardon my accent, "Ahogándome en tus adiós," is, you know, drowning in your goodbyes. You know, tell me a bit about that song.
Wow, ahogándome en tu adiós.
I said it better than you did.
It's true. Ahogándome en tu adiós, it's a very sad song and a jazzy song. I needed to introduce that kind of style in this album because I love jazz, I love bossa nova, and yeah, it's the moment when you realize that you have to say goodbye. You have to say goodbye. So a very heavy and hard song.
I find a lot of your songs are kind of heavy and hard and about a deep love and oftentimes heartbreak and goodbyes and things like that. Have you had a lot of heartbreak in your life?
No, in fact, no. I had just one, but he makes me do 3 albums, so it was good.
Okay,
no,
good.
but you know, I think that my song talks about feelings and not always personal feelings. I love to. I am very empathic. Empathic.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I like to write about my family relationships or friend relationships or what I read or what I, you know, and it's something that I need to do all the time.
You know, you come across as a very simple, down to earth, just kind of regular human being.
Yeah.
You know, you've said, you know, I don't want fancy cars. I don't want to live in a mansion. In fact, you lived with your parents for a long time.
Yeah.
You might still. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is your philosophy on life and being a man and a musician?
Well, there's a big difference between to be a rock star or a pop star and a musician. For me, I mean, you can be both, but I really feel down to earth, and I like the simplicity. I love the fact to be at home with my family, with friends, and to work on music. I mean, I think everything is possible, you know. And but it's true that there's no. I'm not complaining. I mean, I love fans and I love my my second family because I call them a family too. But I think that I really appreciate the fact to be a normal person and a musician and to play in stadiums, but to be able to come back to the normality, you know, to the more normal life or with my current family and current friends, and you know that relationship with the normality is very good.
So, you know, speaking of friends and family, you know, your fans as well, they kind of got hit with I'll say a punch in the face when you said, "Sorry, but I'm taking 2 years off of music. You want to spend time with friends and family." And
in Spain.
In Spain. That's not what I heard.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay, right, okay. So what will you be doing for the next 2 years? What is your kind of break?
I'm trying to assimilate a little bit all of that, and I think it's time to explore other kind of music, other producer, other musicians, other countries, and to focus on Latin America and on US and Canada, and I think sometimes we have to break with the monotony and the routine in order to grow.
So exploring North America, exploring the English language, can we expect English songs from you in the future?
Yeah, but as you can see, my English is horrible, so I'm trying to improve my English. And
I didn't even notice an accent.
I'm improving my French too, because my mother is French, so it's something that I really have to do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to singing English too.
And is there somebody that you would love to do a song with, in English or Spanish?
John Mayer. I'm a big fan of John Mayer.
Well, now's your time. John Mayer watches.
John Mayer.
He
Hi,
watches
John
all of
Mayer.
these. Yeah, he watches all of these interviews, so now's the time to do it. Yeah.
John Mayer. Yeah, we did with Christina Perry. We wrote the Remember Me, the translation in English, and what else? Who else?
Juan Luis Guerra.
Juan Luis Guerra, of course.
Of course.
But there's a lot. I mean, I love Portuguese singer, for example, Carminho. We did something with Carminho.
I love
Maritza. I love Maritza. I love.
Fado is just so beautiful.
Yeah, I love a lot of coming up music, so I'm predictable.
So we asked the last artist that we had in to ask you a question,
Mhm.
and that question is:
Oh my God.
you ready? When you're eating chicken wings,
Mhm.
do you like the drumstick or the wing? It's a deep question. So,
I mean the wing.
The wing.
Yeah.
all right, there you go, the wing. Thank you, Alessia Cara. It's the wing. Yeah. If you could only sing 3 songs for the rest of your life, what would they be?
What, mine?
No, any one of them can be yours.
Okay, no.
Or if you're narcissistic, they can all be
No,
yours.
no,
That's
no, no,
fine.
no, not at all. Always on my mind.
Okay, good one.
La Vie en Rose.
Okay.
And it's a bolero. It's a bolero, but there's no lyrics, so it's just a melody. The bolero of Ravel. Bolero de Ravel.
So a hard one to sing then.
Huh?
A hard one to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's just
It's okay, I'll take it. You can hear Pablo Alborán songs on Stingray Music's Franco Pop, Romance Latino, the Chanson Channel, Today's Latin Pop, Una Colombia, Una Top 40 Latin, and Cablevision's Top 100 Espanol. We like you over here. We play your songs all over the place. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having
Hope to
me.
see you again soon.
Thank you.
Tune in next time, guys. Bye. Okay, so anything in the world it could be, what's your favorite sandwich?
Something strange and weird.